be an absolute privilege if I could conduct the first interview with you as the winner of this prestigious award. And firstly, you've chosen to share, I think I heard you right, half of this $1 million prize money award with your fellow top 10 finalists. That was an extraordinary, generous thing to say you're going to do. Can you tell us why exactly you've chosen to do this?
Because I believe that if I share this prize money with nine teachers, it means I can scale up their work. Their incredible work is still worthy, and I don't feel I'm the first or I'm the winner. I feel I'm the same among the equals. I'm just same among the equals. And if I share that prize money with the rest of 9 teachers, they will get a chance to continue their work, and the same way we can reach out, we can lighten the life of many students, as many as we can. And that's why I decided to share this prize, because one of my students keeps saying me, "Sir, sharing is growing. God gives us and we have to share it. We don't have to keep it for ourselves." And that's why I decided to share the 50% of prize money with my fellow teachers.
That's a wonderful thing, and I can hear the voice of my old Latin teacher from a very different age of teaching saying to me that you've announced that you are primus inter pares, first amongst equals. That's a very beautiful thing to say. And just to tell people a little more about your story, you first arrived at the Zilla Parishad Primary School in 2009, I think, and it was then a dilapidated building sandwiched between a cattle shed and a storeroom. And most of the girls at the school were from tribal communities where school attendance could sometimes be as low as 2%, and teenage marriage was very common. Can you talk us through how you turned this around?
Yeah, you're right. The first impression when I entered my school building and premises, it was like, oh, it's a cattle shed. And I never imagined that school might look like this. So this was just an indication of parents' indifference towards the education. They never felt that education is a way to change their lives, to change their status. So my first effort was to change that mindset of the parents. If I change their mindsets, then only I can revolutionize or I can change the status of my students and girls. And that's why I decided to have the community communication program, social interaction with them, learning their languages, being as a member of their family. So they feel that, oh, he's a teacher, but he looks like us, he thinks like us, and he's thinking for the betterment of us. And that's why when they realize and they get confident, this is the teacher who gonna change the life of our children, then they started to send their children to my schools. And suddenly, gradually, you can say that the enrollment gradually increases. And later on, I decided to introduce the fun in education, fun-induced education. It's like edutainment. Students are learning with engaging, exciting manner, and they were just playing the games. They never realize they are learning something. It was like just coming to school, watching the movie, singing a song, and then going back. So it was like just come for a enjoying place and then go back. And then gradually I started to train them, to educate them, teach them different subjects.
And also, yes, you as I mentioned when I talked about your achievements earlier, you created something of a revolution in the use of QR-coded textbooks throughout Indian schools. And perhaps for the sake of some watching who aren't quite sure what a QR code is, they've probably seen one, those square codes that are everywhere these days. But so can you explain a little about what QR codes are in this context and how you helped achieve this nationwide rollout?
Actually, what I was trying, my school, we haven't any electricity, the computers were not there. So my father helped me to buy a laptop, and I was just taking it to my schools. But at that time, what I understand, the student span or the attraction center was computer or the digital media, and they like to learn through the digital media. So my efforts were that I created PowerPoint presentation, videos, animated videos, audio poems like that. But we were transferring, sharing the data through the mobile phones. Like they were just giving me the mobiles. I was just transferring the data from my mobile to their mobiles. But at that time, I realized that there were some files get corrupted. Data was not sufficient to share with them. So I was just trying to find out the solution. How can I give them access to the digital content anytime, anywhere? And one day when I was going through, I went to the shop and I saw the shopkeeper has scanned a barcode, and the price of that the product suddenly appears on his screen. And that moment clicked in my mind. There is something in that code that he accessed and he himself knows. And then I started, if I can use or embed those QR codes with my idea in the education, I tried it. And I thought, I just created one QR code, just embedded a video and tried an experiment with my students. And then they saw and they scanned the QR code and they were, oh, sir, what you created this? This is phenomenal. And then I realized, yes, this is what my students wanted to do. And that's why I created the QR codes in the textbooks. Now each and every textbook has the QR codes. Whenever students wanted to learn, they can just simply scan the QR code and they can access the digital content whenever they want. In this lockdown, you can see even the schools are closed in India, but still 20 lakh students in my state in the month of October have used the QR codes. So I think that the idea, it was a micro level innovation, but it has really changed the learning style of the students in our country.
That's magnificent. And finally, Ranjit, I wonder what you think you might do with the incredible platform, the fame, the celebration of your name and your achievements across your homeland, and indeed the 500,000 now. What you will use it for? Have you any plans in your head? What's next?
Yes. I have planned. As I told you, the 50% will be equally shared with my fellow teachers, and I will be sharing that 50%. Out of that, some part of the money will be spent for the Teachers Innovation Fund. Like my innovation was scaled across the state and across the country. There might be some teachers whose innovation, like me, would be scaled up, and that might change the teaching or the educational status in India. So some part of the 500,000 will be used for the Teachers Innovation Fund. Then currently I'm running the project Let's Cross the Border. This is a project that is promoting the peace across the conflicted country like India, Pakistan, Israel, Palestine, Iraq, Iran. So I just wanted to form the peace army of 50,000 students by 2030 when we will be achieving the SDG goals. And currently we have 18,000 students being a part of our peace army. So some part of the money will be equally shared with invested in the peace project. And the latter part of the money, as I told you, will be used for the teaching activities. I already shared the plan with the jury as well.
That's wonderful. Well, congratulations again, and how lucky I think we all know your students are to have you as a teacher. I'll let you go now, because I know that all generations of your family are very proud and want to help you celebrate and enjoy this very special moment.